Nelson Mandela, born Rolihlahla Mandela on July 18, 1918, in the village of Mvizo in the Eastern Cape of South Africa, embarked on a life journey that would redefine the struggle against racial oppression and inspire generations worldwide. His given name, Rolihlahla, literally translated from Xhosa means troublemaker or pulling the weeds, a moniker that, unbeknownst to his parents, foreshadowed his future role as a disruptive force against injustice. Mandela belonged to the Thembu royal family, a lineage that afforded him certain privileges and a traditional education emphasizing leadership and responsibility. He attended a local missionary school where he was given the name Nelson, a common practice for African children attending such institutions. His father, a chief and a respected counselor to the Thembu king, died when Nelson was only 12 years old, an event that profoundly impacted his upbringing and forced him to be raised by his maternal uncle, Chief Yongintaba Dalindibu. In 1939, he began studying law at the University College of Fort Hare, the only residential university for Black Africans in South Africa, an institution itself grappling with colonial restrictions and racial segregation. He completed his law degree through the University of South Africa and opened the first black law firm in Johannesburg in partnership with Oliver Tambo, dedicating himself to defending Black Africans facing unjust legal proceedings. The increasing implementation of apartheid policies in 1948, which formalized racial segregation and discrimination in all aspects of life, galvanized Mandela and others to take more direct action against the system. He became a prominent member of the African National Congress, ANC, initially advocating for non-violent resistance, drawing inspiration from Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy of Satyagraha. The Angst Defiance Campaign in 1952, which involved acts of civil disobedience against unjust laws, brought Mandela to national prominence and resulted in his arrest and imprisonment. He married Evelyn Mays, a nurse, in 1958, a union that produced 4 children but ultimately ended in divorce due to the pressures of his political activism and his commitment to the ANC. The ANC formed Umkhonto weSizwe, MK, the armed wing of the ANC, with Mandela serving as its commander, undertaking acts of sabotage against government infrastructure while avoiding violence against civilians. He was arrested in August 1962 and initially charged with illegally leaving the country and inciting workers to strike. But the charges were later escalated to sabotage and conspiracy to overthrow the government. The Rivonia trial in 1964 brought the ANC leadership to court, where Mandela delivered a powerful statement from the dock, declaring his unwavering commitment to a democratic and non-racial South Africa. He received a life sentence alongside several other ANC leaders, and was imprisoned at Robben Island, a notorious prison off the coast of Cape Town, where he would spend the next 18 years of his life. Life on Robben Island was characterized by forced labor in a limestone quarry, strict surveillance, and limited contact with the outside world. But Mandela maintained his dignity and continued to inspire his fellow prisoners. The Soweto Uprising in 1976, where students protested against the imposition of Afrikaans as a medium of instruction, highlighted the deep-seated anger and resentment towards apartheid, and further galvanized the anti-apartheid movement. In 1982, Mandela was transferred from Robben Island to Pollsmoor Prison, a more relaxed environment that allowed for more contact with visitors, including government officials exploring negotiations. Secret negotiations between Mandela and the South African government began in the late 1980s, facilitated by intermediaries, aimed at finding a peaceful transition to a democratic South Africa. In 1994, South Africa held its first multiracial elections, and the African National Congress, ANC, won a landslide victory, with Mandela becoming the first democratically elected president of South Africa. Mandela's presidency focused on national reconciliation, social justice, and economic development, with the establishment of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission to investigate human rights abuses committed during apartheid. His emphasis on forgiveness and unity helped to heal the deep divisions within South African society and prevent a potential civil war, earning him widespread admiration and respect. He dedicated his later years to fighting poverty, HIV AIDS, and promoting education, particularly through his work with the Mandela Rhodes Foundation.